Welcome back to my channel. Today is some delicious French toast we're whipping up. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We have some sliced wheat bread, milk, coffee creamer, 1 egg, a pat of butter, and then you're gonna see what I'm gonna do with the syrups later. And then we have some canola oil. I'll explain that later as well. And beautiful pineapple rum that was also the last of the bottle. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna lightly beat the egg. Since I'm only doing 2 pieces of French toast, because this is just a bomb breakfast for myself, I made the recipe really small. So the recipe is gonna be down in the description box below. But also while you're down there, make sure to hit subscribe and like this video. And then also comment about how you're using up your ingredients for this quarantine. So I'm gonna add in the coffee creamer. I used amaretto flavor. I thought would be really nice with the pineapple rum, and milk. So I did equal portions. So there's about 1/8 cup of milk, 1/8 cup of creamer, and then about 2 tablespoons of the pineapple rum. Because with the rum, and I feel like you can make this for whatever group you have, you can cook, that's gonna cook off once you're frying the French toast. And then I use a splash of almond extract. So now that I got that nice and whisked and everything's preheating, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So I have 2 syrups. Why there's multiple syrup bottles in my house, I have no idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and just combine the 2 together. And this is just for me, for my own, because my husband doesn't like sugar-free syrup, but I wanna not have so much sugar. So I am gonna put about half of each. And again, this is just an idea for you to use up all your syrup bottles. Why not marry them together in a fancy one? I mean, be a little bougie for breakfast. Now we're gonna do a little bit of canola oil and a little butter in the pan. The butter is for flavor, and the canola oil just adds a higher smoke point. So I like to combine them both together when especially doing like frying like this, like pan frying. So we're gonna go ahead and do 1 more whisk for the ingredients and then put in our bread, and you're gonna coat both sides very liberally with the mix. I'm moving it up a little bit so you guys can see, and I'm gonna coat it and then flip it. So depending on how much you're making and kind of how you feel about this, I try not to get my hands really messy with the egg mixture, and I use a fork. And watch me flip and drop this. Yep, right there, completely dropped it. You go ahead and put that in the pan to go ahead and start searing. And let that go ahead and go a little bit, and then get your next one done. Boop, coated, already done. And get that second piece right in the pan with the first one. I like to do a corner test to see how well it's done, and then they kind of stuck together, but that's fine. You go ahead and separate them later. And I use the pan to kind of guide me. And be careful of the oil, my darlings. Be careful. And get that flipped over. But you see how just crisp and caramelized that is? Because using a little bit of oil with a little bit of butter, it just gives that nice crunch that you need. Now, if you want, once this French toast is done and it's completely heated up and cooked fully, you can drain it on paper towels, but I just went right directly to the plate, just laid it, slapped it on there, because this is just for me. I mean, I gave my husband a bite, but he is not a French toast fan. So this was like a treat for myself. And I felt really proud that I used ingredients that we already had. And then dust a little powdered sugar. As you guys recognize, that is the strainer from the hot sauce video. I'll feature it right here. Just finding another multi-purpose for it. Why buy something else if you have something that works? And then that honey, apologize, that syrup mixture is gonna get drizzled right over. Now, while this is also cooking, I have some bacon in the oven. I prefer to cook my bacon in the oven. I feel like it crisps it just evenly. And I'm gonna give you some more pan shots. And this is what breakfast looked like for the both of us. We had some mimosas and some leftover biscuits and stuff and some fried eggs. Oh. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. If you haven't seen the previous video, go ahead and click on the box next to me. If you haven't already subscribed and this is your first time to the channel, the little logo down there, you go ahead and click on that and you're a part of the team. Now, see you in the next video. Bye!